certified by Weather8 for the most accurate forecast in the Ozarks.
Well, the weather outside this evening certainly a lot nicer than yesterday evening when we were going into that round of severe weather. Our Hy-Vee tower cam looking off toward the setting sun. It's actually already set, but still a beautiful sunset in progress across the area. This after a windstorm whipped across the area last night into this morning. Wind gusts of 45 to 55 miles per hour common across the area. And that wasn't just with the line of storms. I mean, that actually occurred outside of the line of storms. Within that line, some of the gusts were actually a bit stronger than that. Vichy coming in with a 61 mile per hour gust. Here in Springfield, a 56 mile per hour wind gust. And that storm still generating wind here across the Ohio Valley. But notice how the wind speeds drop off as you get into the Ozarks. The winds are a lot lighter, and that's because that deep area of low pressure is now moving away from our area. So that pressure gradient is starting to relax. It is still generating some active weather across parts of eastern Ohio where we did have a tornado watch still in effect an hour ago. That has since been lifted. Looking at the storm reports from this storm, it's far reaching. It actually extends back into Texas and western Oklahoma. And most of what you see here are reports of high wind or wind damage. This was a wind producing storm system. But there were some tornadoes also that developed from this storm system. In fact, 23 tornado reports over the last 36 hours. We had a cluster here in southwest Kansas, another cluster from the panhandle of Texas into the Oklahoma City area. A couple of tornadoes in our area up in Dade County and southeastern Cedar County, and we had a cluster here in northeastern Illinois. Things again quieter across the region this evening, and it'll stay that way overnight tonight into Tuesday. Overnight tonight, starry skies will likely give way to some clouds from north to south down to maybe about Highway 60. Here in Springfield, I think we may start the day off with a few clouds, but the theme of tomorrow will be sunshine and warmth. I'm going to go ahead and issue a spring fever alert with the weather that we're going to find, as we're going to find temperatures in the 70s across a lot of the area. Tomorrow looks to be the warmest day in 2023 here in Springfield and in other communities as well. Overnight tonight, temperatures dip down about 39. Looks like highs tomorrow will range from the mid 60s in the Raleigh-Vichy area, 68 in Fort Leonard Wood. You get on the other side of that warm front though, and we're going to have highs in the low to mid 70s. Looks like about 72 for a high in Springfield. Winds will pick up a bit. They're going to be out of the southeast initially, becoming more southerly to southwesterly as we work through the afternoon. On Wednesday, a little cooler, and that's a result of a cold front that's going to slide southeast. It's actually going to kind of put on the brakes south of I-44, so it'll be cooler here along and north of I-44. Still looking pretty mild to the south, and we're going to have to watch for some thunderstorm potential maybe into north central and northeast Arkansas. Right now, the Storm Prediction Center has areas further south outlined for a marginal risk of severe weather, but I wouldn't be surprised if this doesn't get adjusted a bit further north. And then on Thursday, we have another potent storm system. This one's going to track a little bit more southerly across the region. And it looks like we could see a widespread round of severe weather unfolding to our south across the deep south. But again, we may see that severe weather threat inch up toward the state line. The other thing that we're going to have to watch out of the storm system, if it tracks along the right route, and it looks like it may, is a changeover from rain to snow Friday morning, and we could have slushy accumulations in parts of the Ozarks Friday morning. Obviously, still a lot of forecast uncertainty this far out. Take a look at the temperatures. They're certainly going to be getting colder as we wrap up the week, but then we bounce back up as we work through the weekend with highs back up near 60 on Sunday. Bailey?
All right, thanks, Jamie.
We have a consumer alert